Today is March 15th. Work technique, just hand feeding right now with Carter. Really broke down his technique. He's getting really good. He's really starting to learn like the way that I give him instructions. He's able to learn. We're trying to teach him to control his body, to just be aware of body part positionings. We haven't really broken down to like trying to get him to like fire muscles at the specific time for specific parts of the stroke. We're just trying to make structures right now is what we're trying to do. So on the forehand side, we looked at the video analysis I showed of you. Talked about that there was and when you take it back, take it back. There is there was like this yeah, you can't even do it anymore. It was this thing, all right? So what we did, the main thing today was lay the wrist back, right? So he was able to do that pretty good, right? Get your position, try to be like that, yeah? Lay the wrist back was the big thing. Emphasize on ball force so that he remembers to do ball force to help him get to the racket in the back position over there, position 1. He's just going to fly through position 1. So go ahead, take it back. And this was he did this pretty good. A lot of times players will not get this when they have to make that kind of adjustment. It did not create any sort of lateral sort of motion in his stroke, which I'm very happy about. He was able to maintain the structure, maintain it all the way down. His contact point, it didn't really affect his contact point too much, so that it didn't cause any additional problems making this correction. So we emphasized again today, make sure contact points are 10s. We bounce back and forth between contact point 10s, high bouncing balls too. Not letting the ball is bouncing up nice and high, not set up high, like raise it up high. The ball is bouncing up high, not to dip this down real low and then come up. He did that the first few times before I told him anything. Then I said, "What are you doing? Do you notice that you're dipping a lot?" Because he was dipping way below. The ball's up here. He was dipping like way below before he came up on the ball. He didn't have to do that, so he started to control that. That was good. What else on the forehand side? Anything else? Oh, rotating the hips. All right, we talked also about rotating the hips. That's just like it's not super priority right now, but. We're still trying to get a lot of effective plow through on him, but overall everything looks pretty good. He's coming along good with the understanding of the structures on the backhand side. So today on the backhand side we only got about half of it done, or a little bit less than half of the structure changes I wanted to make. So set up sideways. So what we were trying to do, we're trying to eliminate this position right here, right? We're trying to eliminate this. Like this is like you do the stroke and you get to hear it. Old stroke, right? Or from last instruction. So elbow being back here. All right, we're trying to eliminate that. So today what we did, we broke the pieces down, made sure to put the elbow, that's a little bit more than what, elbow in front of his belly button, we called it, get the elbow in front of the stomach, right? And we make these structures, the FRS, forearm, racket straight. We'll taught him how to make the bump here. And then from this position right here, we did abbreviated stroke from here, close to the net, drop fed him, and had him go to contact point, and then freeze a triangle. Just that. We were just trying to get him to do those structures. So go ahead, do contact point. Good. Now, one of the things you notice here, go back. Remember, this is supposed to stay stationary, right? It's just like a hinge, right? Go. There you go. Feel it now. All right, do it again. There you go. Feel it. There. Do it again. Yeah. All right. So you see how the first one you were like you moved it. I don't know if you remember.
Okay. Tried to not.
That's okay. So he's just learning how to control his body again with the strokes where we were changing it. So go to contact point. Hit the elbow. Yeah. Then go to triangle. Good. Hey. Yeah. See, you didn't turn the pitch. You didn't pitch to right. Didn't turn the racket head that way. That's good. All right. So this is a triangle right here. Boom. 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 Right, so we would have him drop feet very close to the net, have him freeze at this position, so he have to contract his muscles, have to freeze there, just so that he sees the structures. And then we moved him back to about no man's land here, and we're having him continue to do that. And then I had him to go ahead and follow through a couple of these. We talked about rotation in the hips and stuff, but we'll have to revisit that. Just these structures is the main thing, and he would forget to get the elbow in the front position right there. Now this once we do work on the rest of the stroke, we're going to see how effective this is. We're going to have to videotape you to see what you're doing with it, and to see if we're on the right track with this one right here. It definitely needs to be better than, definitely needs to not be that elbow back there. It needs to be closer to something like this. All right, I think that's it. Yeah. Anything else? No. All right. We'll see you next time. What? No. All right. See you next time.